Here's the kicker. MobLand's writers never mention this. No interviews, no commentary, nothing. Why hide it? Because it's not just plot, it's risk. If they confirm this protocol publicly, they admit MobLand is going global intelligence drama. Something that costs triple, requires government clearance, and rewrites everything. Paramount Plus isn't just stalling for viewership. They're trying to figure out how to handle the heat. There's a real-world operation called Persephone, logged in 2022 NATO counter-trafficking reports. Location matches, pattern matches, codename matches. That can't be a coincidence. It means MobLand might be based on true events, lightly veiled, heavily dramatized, and potentially too close to reality. Which begs the question, who is Kat McAllister really based on? There were 3 deleted scenes from MobLand Season 1, leaked to insiders before being yanked from the cloud. All 3 had something in common. They featured Kat, alone, in international locations, unlisted in episode logs, speaking in languages never subtitled. Why film that, unless it matters? Why delete it, unless it was too revealing? A black suit, rain, a crowd of broken faces. MobLand Season 2 doesn't start with a gunfight, it starts with a funeral. But what if we told you? Harry isn't dead, he faked it. We've seen this before, in organized crime, in espionage thrillers, even in real cartel history. A fake death to disappear, a grave to kill the noise, a funeral to end the war. But behind the scenes of MobLand, something leaked. Harry D'Souza wasn't buried. Paramount Plus needs a global pivot. The audience wants blood and business, but Hardy, he wants meaning. In one of the only leaked conversations from set, Tom Hardy was heard saying that wasn't just an actor talking, that was a warning, because MobLand is shifting, from British gangland saga to international black market chessboard. And if Harry faked his death, he's not hiding from Jan, he's hiding from Kat. You saw Jan stab him. You thought it was passion, betrayal, heartbreak. What if it wasn't? What if Jan was ordered to kill him? We slowed it down, zoomed in. That moment wasn't personal, it was strategic. Kill Harry or force him underground. But there's one more twist. Jan didn't kill him, she helped him disappear. That was the deal. In exchange for silence, Harry agreed to vanish, giving Jan full control over the remaining Harrigan Empire. Season 2 doesn't just bring new villains, it introduces a power vacuum. With Harry dead and the Stevensons wiped out, every family from Marseille to Marrakesh wants a piece of the Empire. But one figure rises faster than the rest. She's not whispering in the dark anymore. She's showing up in daylight and bringing the war home. You wanted answers. What you're getting is blood. Welcome to the kill list. Inside a leaked document marked MobLand S2 episode. For development, confidential, there's a simple title, Red Ledger, terminations required. What follows is a list. 5 names, code names, targets. 3 have been confirmed, 2 remain sealed, but one name stood out, blurred, but not completely. The watermark behind the text. Bella H. Bella Harrigan has been fan favorite since episode 2. Ruthless, charming, untouchable, but showrunners saw something else. Sources say Bella's death scene was already filmed, but pulled from the season finale in post-production. That was supposed to be her goodbye. Instead, she lives. For now. Here's where it gets colder. Bella's not taken out by the enemy. She's eliminated by family. A betrayal. Sources hint that it's Eddie who gives the order. Under pressure from an outside force? Paris? That wasn't in Season 1. That's a Season 0 flashback, an off-the-books mission where Bella and Kat work together. The cover-up? A failed arms deal. 3 innocent deaths. 1 surviving witness? Bella. Everyone thinks Kat McAllister is the final boss. But there's a new player. Never seen, only mentioned once. Vulture is the puppet master, the global supplier, the cleaner. The one who funds both sides of the war, and now he wants Bella gone. Will MobLand Season 2 happen? Everything we know. What if I told you the biggest twist in MobLand wasn't in the finale, but is happening right now, off-screen? MobLand didn't end. It went silent, and in that silence, something dangerous is brewing, something the studio doesn't want to confirm. Yet, because the war isn't over, the game isn't finished, and Harry D'Souza, he may not even be alive. Paramount Plus refuses to give us a straight answer. No greenlight, no cancellation, just radio silence. Even though MobLand exploded onto the scene with the force of a Guy Ritchie film laced with British venom, they're holding Season 2 hostage, in the shadows. But why? If MobLand shattered debut records, if Tom Hardy is teasing what comes next, if crime drama fans are begging for more, then why won't they just say it's coming back? Here's the truth. Streamers like Paramount Plus don't care about cliffhangers. They care about data, long-tail engagement, retention, and yes, subscribers. So if you want MobLand Season 2 to happen, you better subscribe to this channel right now, because every view, every click, and every fan voice makes this harder for them to ignore. MobLand was never supposed to be its own thing. It started as a spin-off of Ray Donovan, but it broke free. It became something darker, something the studio couldn't control, And now, they're sitting on a monster, because behind the curtain plans are forming, not just for a second season, but for an international crime universe. Tom Hardy didn't just hint at it, he leaked it. Mexican cartels, European crime families, trafficking routes from Africa to South America, and the Shadow Queen pulling strings, Kat McAllister. She wasn't introduced for fun, she's the endgame. She's the reason Harry's story is far from over, and she's not done punishing him yet. Tom Hardy isn't just an actor in MobLand, he's the key, and he's already opened a door the studio can't close. In a recent interview, barely noticed by the mainstream, Hardy slipped. Just one sentence, just enough. Does it become international? Does it become international? That wasn't speculation, that was a blueprint. What Hardy didn't say, what no one on set will admit, is that MobLand Season 2 has already been mapped out. Not written, not filmed, but mapped. Planned with deadly precision like a heist. Here's the leaked structure: London burns quietly. The Harrigan-Stevenson feud was just phase 1. Harry disappears. His stabbing, that wasn't the end. It was the beginning of exile. Kat McAllister ascends. She moves across the chessboard, taking territories, killing loyalty. Mexico, Berlin, Prague, Karachi, each city, a new battlefield. Each family, a new betrayal. This isn't just a season 2, it's a European war disguised as a TV show. Paramount Plus won't confirm it. They're stalling, because they're watching you. They're counting numbers, engagement, comments, watch time. That's right, they're using your reaction to this very video to decide MobLand's fate. So if you think you're just a fan waiting patiently, you're not. You're the data point. You're the metric. You're the vote. And right now, the vote is too close to call. Want proof that Season 2 is real? Look at the cast. Look between the credits. Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren, set for return, but not as prisoners, as puppet masters. Maeve has secrets, Conrad has connections, and Eddie, Conrad's true son, isn't just next in line. He's being groomed to be something far more terrifying. There's another face in the shadowy game, though. You didn't notice her in Season 1, but she was there, watching, waiting. Her name hasn't been revealed, but insiders say she's connected to Interpol, MI6, and something darker. You think you know what MobLand is? You don't. You saw a crime family war. We saw a covert blueprint, a ghost protocol buried in the subtext, and the fans who noticed it, here's what we've uncovered. Buried in episode 6 of season 1, when Harry opens the locked steel case in Ritchie Stevenson's office, there's a blink and miss it moment. Inside that case isn't just cash. There's a document, not in English, 3 cities, 1 name, a covert operation tied to Kat McAllister. That's not fiction. That's geo-trafficking protocol. Real terminology, weaponized movement of people, drugs, and arms. You thought Jeff Bell's Ritchie Stevenson was the end of the Stevenson line? Wrong. Riley Stevenson, Ritchie's son from an American mistress, was cast quietly in secret reshoots, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Tattoos, American accent, cold eyes. Riley is MobLand's wildcard. But even wilder, he doesn't last long. Studio files suggest Riley finds out who set up his father. He plans revenge. Then, in a twist, he gets taken out by Kat herself. She smiles. She walks away. No words. We know Eddie's in danger, Bella's marked, Riley's toast, but those final 2 codenames, still encrypted. We ran metadata analysis on the leaked PDF's source file, traced it to the editing team, and we found 2 naming conventions. PM equals Pierce Brosnan's character, Conrad Harrigan. HD equals Harry D'Souza. They're both on the list. You thought MobLand was about gangs, family wars, betrayals, gunfire, and dim pubs, but that's only what they wanted you to see. Welcome to the real enemy, Vulture. Codename, Vulture. Real identity, unknown. But here's what we know. Vulture isn't a gangster. He's not even a smuggler. He's a shadow broker, a silent architect of chaos who finances global crime to destabilize regions for profit. The drugs? That's a distraction. The weapons? Just the surface. What Vulture really trades in is information and influence. And now, MobLand is his new playground. Think about it. Why did the Stevenson War spiral out of control? Who gave Kat her first shipment? How did Jan escape trial after season 1? One answer. Vulture made it happen. He doesn't choose sides. He sells them both the bullets. You think it's about London? No, love. That's the testing ground. Vulture's plan is something darker. Operation Chimera, a global pipeline that turns failed gangs into privatized armies. Sources say season 2 will end with the reveal that Vulture is exporting MobLand's methods. What Harry started as fixing family is now being used to train mercenaries across Libya, South America, Eastern Europe. Real blood, real deals, real-world destabilization. Harry wasn't fixing anything. He was the pilot program. Vulture handpicked him, funded his rise, pushed every feud forward until Harry was too deep to escape. That's why Harry had to die. Not because he lost, because he knew too much.